What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Mail Time, brought to you by Czar. www.cardzar.com. It's been a while since we talked to you guys last. There's been a ton going on at Czar. Obviously, I still have my crown. It's been very, 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 very busy at the Kingdom of the Czar, the sports cardboard kingdom. As everybody knows, the card industry has just absolutely taken off recently. And with that has been a, how do I want to put this? Significant amount of work has gone into cardzar.com. And as you can see, I'm in my basement. So the day-to-day operations of shipping and listing and all that good stuff has been on me. Meanwhile, I got a full-time job. Cardzar has turned into a bit of a full-time job. I got a kid. I got a wife. I got a baby on the way. I got a house to take care of. And on top of that, got a brand new puppy about 2 months ago. So it's been busy here. And on top of that, cardzar.com has seen record sales thanks to our breaks, thanks to our SGC grading submissions, and thanks to all of our customers. I mean, it's been awesome. Listen, am I tired? I have bags under my eyes? Yes. But you know what? I love it. I'm still enjoying every second of it. So, that's why it's been a while since we did a video, and I apologize for that. With that being said, we do have a nice video today. First card show in about a month and a half, 2 months or so. So I got some goodies from there. And I also wanted to talk about some of the comings and goings at Cardzar and what we're seeing in the industry right now. Because I had some great conversations with people at the card show about the bubble bursting. And I say that very facetiously. And just overall, what's going on in the industry and the hobby. It's been a really, really interesting 18 months. I've been selling for, again, this is my third iteration of selling, but the most serious I've ever taken it. I've been, doing this for about about 4 years now, actually. I got in right before 2017. Good time to get in, Patrick Mahomes. So I've seen a lot of misinformation out there. I've seen a lot of new people acting like they've been doing this for 30 years like I have. Yes, I've been collecting since I was 6. I've been selling off and on probably for about 10 years now. And I've gotten to know a lot of people who've been selling for 30, 40 years. And I've had great conversations with them about what we're seeing now in the hobby, both the rise in the fall. Is the bubble bursting is what everybody wants to talk about. There was a big show in Dallas last weekend where the scuttlebutt was nobody wanted to buy big cards. Everybody just wanted to sell big cards. Nobody wanted to buy high pop cards. Everybody wanted to buy low pop, tough to find cards. Okay, maybe. I wasn't there, so I couldn't say yes or no. I have noticed probably about a 20% dip in my eBay sales over the last month or so. And frankly, I think that's twofold. Number one, the main reason why we're seeing that is because, listen, the country's opening up. I mean, thank God we're done with this COVID BS. The country is starting to open up. So when people were getting that stimulus money, that good stim, and spending that on cardboard because they couldn't go anywhere, spending it on breaks, spending on eBay, spending it on websites like cardzar.com, the money was there, but now these people have to pay for their kids to go to summer camp because those are opening back up. They have to pay for, Little League this summer. The disposable income's going down. It's just simple as that. And, there's a lot of new money coming into the hobby, and there's going to be a lot of new money staying in the hobby. But, unfortunately, what happens is, again, this is a good thing. This is a good thing because it means we're getting back to normalcy. Has companies like Cardzar or other breakers, other consigners on eBay benefit from this? Absolutely, for sure. The boom was great. We loved it. But I knew the whole time that it can't stay like that forever. Nothing gold can stay. You can't be running at a 10 and expect to keep going at a 10 and never gas out. That just isn't how it works. Things are constricting. The bubble is not bursting. We're not in the time in the 90s where you had over 1 million Ken Griffey Jr. 1989 Upper Deck rookie cards, and that's it. The bubble is constricting. And what's happening is all those people who are getting into this and now either just kind of fell out of love with it, just decided they didn't want to do this anymore, decided they just weren't making money doing it anymore, they couldn't get their stuff at retail anymore, they're starting to leave the hobby. And that's not a bad thing. Okay, I'm happy they're here. I'm happy they experience the hobby that I love. I mean, this is my favorite hobby. It's a blast. I love collecting my PC. I love picking up rare cards. I love trading. Just I love helping kids grow their PC. So I still love it. And hey, if those people want to stay, great. If those people want to leave, whatever. No sweat. That's fine. If that means my sales go down a little bit, whatever. No big deal. That's fine. But with all the people came into the hobby, unfortunately, that means that there are going to be some people holding the bag. I mean, we had multiple card stores open up within 30 miles of me. Will they all survive? Probably not. Will some survive? Absolutely, because there are more people in the hobby. There still is more money in the hobby. So there is a need for these card stores. A lot of people my age, in their mid-30s, early 40s, are getting back into the hobby, getting their kids into the hobby. So it's a new, fresh blood that's getting into the hobby that will stay in the hobby. But again, they're not all going to stay. Card shows were jamming in New Hampshire. We had 4 card shows at one point, maybe even 5. Will all 4 continue to stay hot? Maybe. There was a show in Massachusetts that was the longest running show in the world. I'm sorry, in the country. That had to take a break. So everybody who went to that show in Woburn were now coming up to New Hampshire. So Bill Harless's show in Dover, which is a phenomenal show, it will always be a phenomenal show. That show will not be going anywhere. Was absolutely jamming line out the door because everybody who would go to Woburn every week couldn't go there. So they're coming up to New Hampshire, and they were starting to go to those shows. We had 3 more shows start up in New Hampshire. 3 good shows. Don't get me wrong; they're all great shows. But part of the conversation that people were having was, "Why is it slow? Why is it slow?" Well, this past weekend, first off, it was 85 degrees on a Sunday. It's tough to find a good day like that in New Hampshire. And, second, hey, all of a sudden, there was a show last week, a show the week before, and again, I'm talking about disposable income. People might not have that disposable income to go to 3 shows in a row. I know I didn't. I went to a show a month and a half, 2 months ago. I spent a mortgage payment on stuff, and I couldn't go to a show for another few weeks because I had to start recouping my money. I think a lot of people are probably in a similar boat. So will some of those shows start to die out? Maybe. Will they go from being monthly to quarterly? Maybe. I'm not sure. I think there's going to be a lot of pivoting in the hobby that we've seen. I mean, we've seen the past few months. When somebody zigs, you got to zag. Look at SGC. PSA closes. What does SGC do? They make sure that they don't get an influx of orders by jacking up their public price and relying on group subs like myself to kind of control the flow. By giving us, allowing us to offer at a much lower price than the public was getting. That's changed a little bit. SGC's brought their public price down, but if you follow us on Instagram at CardsAre, you guys know, $25 if you're subbing 25 or more cards through SGC, through us, of course. $28 if you're subbing 1 through 24 cards. And then if you do break with us, grade with us, so that if you get anything in our break, and whether you're shipping in 1 card or 50 cards from our breaks, we will sub those cards at $25. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess those are some of my thoughts I want to get off my chest. I just see stuff floating around on the internet. And as somebody who has kind of seen the rise and fall of the hobby in a few different eras and in a few different ways, I saw it in the 90s. I kind of play with it a little bit in the mid 2000s. And then I certainly have been part of the from 2017 on the ultra modern period. So, long story short, my thesis statement is the hobby is still strong. It's stronger than it's ever been. It's going to continue to be strong. Your $1,200, $1,500 prison box prices probably going to come down, just because the demand's not going to be there. Because you can't send every single card in the PSA for $10 a pop. Okay, that's not why you want to grade cards anyways. You don't want to send in a Tariq Cohen 4th year card to be graded by PSA, by SGC, by BGS, by HGA, by none of these graders. That's not what the grading's for, unless it's your PC. They will never be down here where I used to get boxes of Prism for $170 a piece. You're going to be somewhere in the middle. I think you're going to be somewhere in the middle. 2021 is going to be interesting with a great football crop, a lot of quarterbacks, a lot of talented players. So we'll start off at $1,000. I don't know. Will it be $170? No, definitely not. I think it's going to be somewhere $500 to $700 range, which that's not a bad price where we're at. So again, A lot of new money into the hobby. A lot of money's going to stay. A lot of money's going to leave. Retail is going to be interesting. It's going to be the very interesting thing is going to be people who don't know the hobby without retail. I used to walk by blasters all the time at Target, at Walmart. Didn't care about them. Wouldn't even look at them for $20. Now it's like, I got to grab some of those. Like, I don't play the retail game. I'm not going to camp out. I got too much shit to do. It's part of my French to all the young listeners. But anyways, it'll be interesting to see how the younger breed reacts to this. Instead of buying $20 blasters, $100 blasters, they have to buy $400 hobby boxes. We'll see. That'll be interesting. All right. So, like I said, went to a card show. Great card show at the Draft Kings Sportsbook in Manchester. My first time at that show. I used to play poker there. Really cool that in Manchester there's a sports book. There's a casino. You don't really think of that. But I had a good time. I went in with a few bucks in my pocket. I brought some cards to trade, bought cards to sell, and I did well. I did pretty well. I didn't go as crazy as I thought I would. I don't know. I think that I just wasn't willing to spend a crazy amount on a couple cards. As always, I went for the quantity over quality, I guess. But I think I got some really good stuff to add to cardsr.com to put into our next SGC submission. So without further ado, we are going to minimize this a bit. And there we go. We got the CardsR background. I don't have it in HD. And here's why. Last time I tried doing HD, everything got laggy. Everything got gross. That's what you're supposed to do. Maybe we'll start to do some streaming on YouTube. That's what I really want to do, though. I love having all 1,600 of our followers following us on Instagram during our breaks. Friday night breaks. I think we're going to change it to Sunday. We'll see, though. We'll see. So let's get right to it. This is going to be a mix of stuff I picked up at the show as well as stuff I picked up recently, both either in trades from our breaks, because it's really cool. Sometimes a card hits that I really like. Some of our great customers are happy to either sell it to us or trade it to us. I have a bunch of really good stuff down at SGC right now that I cannot wait to get back. We have a 2-week turnaround time from when I ship it down to them. It's only there for like 5 business days and back up to us in New Hampshire. So SGC is no joke right now. They are no joke right now. DM me on Instagram at CardsR. Email me sales@cardsr.com if you want to get in on the phone. We're also going to have a submission on the website too. So we'll start off with a few lower level, PC cards I picked up. So this first one was from my dude, the Whya, on Instagram. He hit this in one of our breaks. He ripped so much Origins, and this was the first and only Celtics player, I think, out of 10 boxes of Origins that we ripped that we finally hit, other than a Paul Pierce autograph that I eventually got in trade too. But Jaylen Brown, number 299, out of Origins. I picked this up at the show. Pedro, this is from the National. It's a cool looking card. I had not seen this one before. From 2017, it's got the Hyper, the Topps Chrome. I actually think they call this the Prism. So that was really cool. I know I'm a Sox fan, but I love the Montreal Expos stuff, obviously. It's just a good vintage looking uniform. So anything Pedro I always pick up. I don't have a ton of Manny Ramirez stuff, and this might be going to one of our good friends, Mikey Moorhead. This is a Topps finest moment refractor out of 2007. Topps finest. I'm a big finest fan, big refractor fan. Again, Manny Ramirez fan. Also, Mike's been a good customer of ours, so what I try to do when I see something available at a card show, I try to pick it up for our guys. Just show the love. All right, this one is funny. I did not notice this, but this one just has a pretty much a chunk taken out of it. Charles Barkley, 1385 out of 2000, out of Upper Deck, high dimensions. Yeah, I didn't notice that. Did not notice that. Again, it's a PC card, whatever. I think it cost me $1, so there's a reason why it's in the dollar bin. But yeah, I don't know how I missed that. And this one's going to be going out to my buddy Steve Severino Butler. Again, a good customer of ours. Sensations, Gary Payton out of Z-Force. I have no idea if this card is rare. I know a lot of the Z-Force inserts actually have a whole lot of value. But this one's beat up right here on this bottom left corner. It's beat up right here on the top right corner. So actually all 3 out of the 4 corners on the back are pretty gross. But so whatever. Again, it's a PC card for my buddy. So and it's a free one for him. So All right, let's see here. Of course, we're gonna end with the major PC, but let's keep on going with a few more PC cards, and then I'll start to get in some cards that we hope to get graded or flip here. So, Dion Branch, Topps Finest. Again, I talked about how I like Topps Finest. Big Dion Branch fan, Super Bowl MVP. Good looking card right there. Clean looking Topps Finest. Cameron Newton. So listen, I know Cam's had a rough go in New England. I think he's going to bounce back a little bit this year. I think a lot of his problems in New England last year were not just physical, but also a terrible surrounding cast around him, praying that the Patriots get Julio Jones. Also, COVID, I think, really screwed him up. He could not get in a good rhythm. He said that offense just continued to change over and over again. And listen. The wide receivers were trash last year, okay? Trash. Jacoby Myers and Gunnar Olszewski were your two best wide receivers in New England, okay? They weren't good. And, obviously the Pats have, kind of retooled with the two tight ends, Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry. I don't love Nelson Aguilar. Not a huge fan of that signing whatsoever. I think Jacoby Myers will kind of settle in as a slot receiver. And again, I'm praying for Julio. And I hope N'Keal Harry finally figures it out. I mean, he can't be that bad, right? He can't be. All right, 2017, we got Prism Green Scope, one of my favorite parallels. And then again, a 2017 is it's an iconic set. You got the Mahomes rookie in there. So I picked this up for dirt cheap. Again, why not? Why not? Gronk got this for $5. Class Axe out of 2018 Optic, number to 175. Listen, 5 cards in this box. I'll take a silver or prism or whatever numbered to 175 out of $500 box. I'll take that all day for $5. $5. So this was probably one of my favorite cards I picked up. Hard hitting Corey Dillon out of Topps. This is not Platinum. Pristine, that's it. Topps Pristine Refractor encased number 299. So in each box you got one encased card and hard hitting Corey Dillon. I don't have a ton of stuff of him in a Patriots uniform, and he was obviously a great, great player for the Pats, and was a key to, I think, 2 Super Bowl victories. Yeah, the 04 and 05 Super Bowls. So a cool card. Again, I don't see a ton of this. Unique card. I love the unique stuff. It gets me going. It gets me going. Calvin Johnson, Cracked Ice out of 2019 Prism. Big Megatron PC. I got a ton of his stuff. I've paired off some of it, but I got a lot of it still. His stuff is just, it's great. It's gone up, the last few years, especially since he's a Hall of Famer now. Justin Jefferson. So we did not rip any retail Chronicles. We did rip about, I think, 9 boxes of Chronicles, which we hit some great stuff. Honestly, go to cardsart.com and check out some of the stuff we hit. That's available. We got more stuff coming that's going to be coming back from grading at any time now. But waiting for a redemption of Joe Burrow, number 49 or 99 from Prism Black. Auto. Anyways, Omega. I remember ripping a couple boxes or a couple packs of Omega as a kid. So, okay, a nice throwback. Justin Jefferson, one of my PCs. I picked up a lot of his stuff recently. Christian Okoye, the Nigerian Nightmare. I got this for about $20-$30, I think, out of Immaculate. Eye Black Auto. I mean, listen. If you grew up in the 90s, you played Tecmo Super Bowl, you knew that Christian Okoye was an absolute beast. And it was just one of those guys where my dad loved watching him too. I loved his nickname, the Nigerian Nightmare. Still to this day, my dad and I kind of talk about how awesome he was. So this was kind of a cool one. Anytime I see an Okoye autograph, I always pick it up. He's just one of my favorite players of all time. So going back to the fantasy football aspect of my collection, Cole Beasley, he's good little player for the Bills. He had a great season last season. He was an All-Pro somehow. I don't know how. And I love certified cuts. This has always been one of my favorite autos. I can't really explain why. Your favorite sets. I think it's just really cool looking. So I picked this up, I think, for like $10. I made a great deal with the guy. I go, what do you want for it? He goes, what do you want to offer? He said $5. As a joke. He goes, how about 20? I go, how about 10? He goes, okay. So I don't think there's a ton of Cole Beasley auto seekers in New Hampshire. So this is one of those ones. It's just a unique card that I love to get. Love to add to my PC. It's not a high value card. I am not retiring off Cole Beasley. I know that, and I'm fine with that. This is the kind of stuff that I enjoy collecting. It's the unique oddball stuff. And then this was, listen, I understand his value's down. I get it. He's not the offensive player of the year he was a few years ago. But listen, Todd Gurley, playbook, rookie auto to 199, $10. $10. Really? I mean, come on. It's Todd Gurley. It was a no-brainer. No-brainer. So, I now have 2 Todd Gurley autos. I got a Topps Finest. Now I got this one. So, I'm pumped about that. I might try to get this graded. I'm not actually going to talk to SGC, see if they do booklets. But, yeah. $10. Come on. So, that's all of the PC stuff. Oh. And here we go. I posted this on Instagram. Another big booklet. I got this one $50 from my boy Keith. I love Jerry Jeudy. I think he has a monster season. Well, if they figure out the quarterback situation, I think he'll have a monster season. But I am a big Jerry Jeudy believer. I have quickly and quietly, actually, put together a nice Jerry Jeudy and Justin Jefferson PC. This was just too good to pass up. This was my last purchase of the show. I didn't really get a huge... I got a couple nice Tom Brady cards. Wink, wink, wink. You'll see those shortly. But I didn't get anything like... Other than like the Gurley, nothing that I kind of extended myself for. And again, it's $50. I'm not extending myself for that, but it's it was a nice pickup. Nice pickup. All right, so let's get into some of the stuff that I have picked up recently. Again, this stuff's kind of to flip, maybe get graded. Some guys I'm buying right now because I think that their value is going to go up, even with this bubble burst thing. But first off, you're going to see a little bit of this guy, John Morant, out of Hoops. I'm probably going to try to get this graded. I'll take a look at it, and I'll see how it's... Even though it's Hoops, Hoops is still nice. Comes back at 10. Centered very nice. Comes back at 10. Then we'll do well on it. He bought it raw for cheap. And then here, this one I'm on the fence about because the centering is way off. And unfortunately, this year Prism is kind of known for that. You count the dots. There's 4 dots on the left, 3 dots on the left, on the right. So it's like, it's clearly off center, but I've seen a lot of his off center stuff still come back at 9. So I'm probably I got to take a look at the surface, but I'm probably gonna send this in to be graded. John Morant, I'm telling you, his stuff's gonna go up significantly this next week or so as he continues to play well in the playoffs. Another John Morant 9 out of Hoops premium stock. Obviously not going to get this one graded because it's already graded. So that work has been done for me. John Morant 9 silver laser from Hoops premium stock. John Morant 9 silver out of Hoops Premium. All these graded jobs will be available on carsart.com sooner rather than later. Mosaic John Morant 9. Hey, you see me in that picture? And then Kevin Porter Jr. Silver Laser 9. Had a nice end of the season with the Rockets. And then I picked this one up recently, actually at Anderson Cards Memorabilia. So this is one they're talking about, people staying away from the high pop cards. Listen, I've always said this card is not a commodity. It's not. It's got a print run of millions. But I think it's an iconic card. This really was a super hot card at the beginning of the card boom, and I think Acuna has a chance to win the MVP this year. So I think that even with a slight regression to the market, that this card could go up. Especially for what I got it for. So I'm excited about that. All right, now back on to this is all football looks like, and it's a mix of optics, some Prism, some Select, and then this guy. A guy I'm very high on, J.K. Dobbins. I might have overspent on this one a little bit. Numbered to 50 out of Obsidian. This is the Electric Etch Green. Will this be a $50, $60, $70 card? I don't know. I might get it graded. We'll see. I got to check out the surface on it. But I think that J.K. Dobbins has a big second year as the main guy in Baltimore. Pen Pals on-card auto. I think Pen Pals is one of the most undervalued sets out there, too, because this is the first, even though they're just, it's not an action shot, this is the first on-card auto of the players in their rookie jerseys. Their pro jerseys, that is. So, again, I just think that I got this, I think, for like $25, $30. And no-brainer. No-brainer right there for J.K. Dobbins. And then finally, the third, never mind. Another J.K. Dobbins auto. We actually already have another one of these. Not available yet on cardsr.com, but we might have two. J.K. Dobbins, upper echelon, number 299, out of plates and patches. On-card auto again. And then finally, out of Chronicles, Crown Royale. So, this is a sticker, unfortunately, number 99, but again, we're talking about a guy who could be a 1,600 total yard guy, 12 to 14 touchdowns. I think he's going to be a steal in fantasy football. I think he should be a first-round pick, probably be a second-round pick. So, if you got late first, you can get him in late first, or wait till he comes back to you on the wraparound. All right, these two cards probably going to get graded. Joey B, select, die cut, green, club level. I'm very disappointed that Panini made this a retail product because I think they just flooded the market with it. Kind of takes away from the variations, but I still think Joe Burrow is going to be a nice seller. Concourse die cut, red. Grab both those from the same seller. Justin Herbert, Luminance out of Chronicles. Great looking card. Just absolutely love the photography of Chronicles. Definitely is a contender to be graded by the Czar. I'm not going to lie. I'm high on Daniel Jones this year. I might be high. Yes, I know that. But they're surrounding him with talent at wide receiver in New York. Just signed Kenny Golladay. They got Sterling Shepard. They drafted Kadarius Toney in the first round. They still have Darius Slayton. Evan Ingram, I'm not a fan of him, but they got Saquon Barkley coming back from injury. So, I think if any quarterback takes that Josh Allen-like step in 2021, I think it's going to be Daniel Jones. And we'll see. I mean, and also the defenses in the NFC East are pretty trash. Another guy I think has a big second year, Jonathan Taylor. I am trying to pick up his stuff anywhere I can. With Carson Wentz coming to town, maybe they're going to have better quarterback play. And Jonathan Taylor, that opens up holes for him. DK Metcalf, baby. Pink. DK stuff is crazy right now. Crazy. So I had to pick up his pink hollow. Might overpay for that one too, but it's all right. J.K. Dobbins Blue Scope. I told you guys I love Scope. I wish this one was numbered, but it's not. It is a retail product. So, again, I'm high on this. I think I probably got this for a few bucks. I think this is a $20 to $30 card raw. Is it going to get graded? I don't know. It's one of those ones that do you pay $25 for this card to get graded? I don't know. I don't think so. Probably it's borderline. It's definitely borderline. I have one of these in my PC, or maybe it's Green Velocity I have in my PC 10. So I don't know. I don't know yet. We'll see. I got a couple Brandon Ayuk silvers. Big fan of Ayuk in San Fran. Out of Optic. Thought I was done Optic this year, but then I went to a show. Jerry Jeudy. I might have to keep this one. I don't know yet. I might have to get graded and keep it. Because why not? Because I'm just a honk for Jerry Jeudy. Guy's a stud at Bama. Come on. Quarterbacks are trash. A couple of the Jerry Jeudy Blue Hypers out of Optic. And it's like it's one of those things where it's like, do you get these graded? I don't know. I mean, if for PC, 100% get a grade if you want it for PC. For resale, I don't know. It's borderline. I guess It's one of those ones you can kind of hang on to and see what happens. DeAndre Swift. I think I like him. He's shown flashes. It's just the whole stink of the Lions organization. Then you got the purple velocity, DeAndre Swift. So he's a good player, stud. But how about the team around him? Obviously, they drafted Penny Sewell in the first round, but can Jared Goff support, that offense? Clyde Edwards-Helaire. This is the guy that I think is going to be very good next year. I think the problem with him was his stock was so high coming out of college once he got drafted to the Chiefs. There's nowhere to go but down from him for him. So I think that he's going to have a nice bounce back season for the Chiefs. Did I draft him over Jonathan Taylor in a dynasty draft? Yes, I did. Do I regret that? Yes, I do. But I still think that Edwards-Helaire can flirt with RB1 status week to week. Jordan Love. What to do with Jordan Love? That is the question. Don't think the Packers have a ton of faith in him right now, even though they drafted him in the first round. I just don't think they do. So what do you do with Jordan Love? I'm probably going to get this one graded, and it will probably be available on cardsr.com. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. Another Jonathan Taylor, Prism rookie. Brandon Ayuk, black and white. Chase Young, black and white. I do love the black and white look. I got some nice Chase Youngs on SGC. Nice. I cannot wait for those to come back. Justin Jefferson Select, Premier level. I think I need this one. Pretty sure this is a PC card. I got to double check to see which one I have. Jalen Hurts, expecting big things from him. Concourse level, expecting big things from him in Philly. They drafted Devonta Smith. They have Jalen Reagor from last year. Will Zach Ertz play on that team this year? We'll see. They got Dallas Goedert, Miles Sanders. They got a good little team. Good little offense around him. And Hurts shows he can chuck the ball around. Jordan Love Select. Premier level. J.K. Dobbins Silver. So I like this one. This one I was pumped up. I mean, I got this for dirt cheap. I got the next few cards those last few select cards I got for dirt cheap, and I also got this one for dirt cheap. And I was like, okay, Patrick Mahomes Silver, Concourse level. Yes, please. Thank you. Even though they were, throwing a crap ton of silvers out there in retail, still Patrick Mahomes. He still sells well. Probably get this one graded. We have a couple great Patrick Mahomes on cardsr.com that were graded. Breaking grade, a nice select to Contenders Optic winning ticket blue to 99 and select purple to 75, I think. Both came back 9.5, I think. So got some good stuff on cardsr.com. We have supplies too. You guys looking for top loaders? You guys looking for penny sleeves? We got you. All right, we got to finish this up. Aaron Rodgers die cut. Love it. J.K. Dobbins, baby. Tricolor. Die cut. C.D. Lamb for 2. C.D. Lamb for 2. Tricolor. And then the red. And then finally, last but not least, Laviska Shenault Jr., who should have a good year with Trevor Lawrence under center. Or Tim Tebow. Just kidding. All right. Last but not least, the GOAT. Let's go. My hunt for every Tom Brady card continues. It will never happen, but a boy can dream. I overpaid for a few. I got some in trade, so whatever. Okay, so red. So these are going for like $40, which club level die cut. Club level tricolor. Again, it was like a $40, $50 card. Whatever. I don't know. Again, it was part of a trade, so not a big deal. Trade graded stuff for it. So this one was priced at $75, turbocharged silver. So the regular turbocharged is like a $5 to $10 card. I've talked about that on our Instagram account at CardsR. 75 seems like, even though we're in New Hampshire or whatever, 75 was still a lot. So, like I said, I made a trade for it. It was a card that I probably bought for a few bucks, got graded, turned into a couple $100 card. So, whatever. Hot Stars, Tom Brady. I hate, even though he's in a Pats uni, which I like his Pats uni stuff, obviously, I hate that in 2020 that Panini was still making Tom Brady in a Patriots uniform, unless it's a Super Bowl throwback. But again, like right here, unbreakable. Why are you putting him in a Pats uniform? And then field level, like, come on. Again, he's a buck. He's a buck. Stop making me think of bad memory or good memories. It hurts. It hurts, Panini. It hurts seeing Tom Brady in a new product in a Pats uniform. But field level, Brady. And then last but not least, Tom Brady die cut orange. I was in talks to get a white field level, but I don't happen to that. So, anyways, that's it. Had a great time at the card show. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing my beautiful face again. You'll see more of me. Don't you worry. I implore you to go to cardsr.com. Check out our breaks. We literally have at least a break every Friday night. We do personal rips too, so go to cardsr.com. You can check out all the different sealed product that we have available for a personal rip on our Instagram account. If you want to rip it yourself, we'll ship it to you for $10. So, if you hit anything on our breaks that you want to get graded by SGC, $25 a card in the grade and break deal. If you want to if you want to get something graded and you only have one card, it's $28 per card. If you have 10 cards, $28 per card. If you have 25 cards, that's the cutoff, $25 per card. So, check us out. We're always here, 24/7 at CardsR, www.cardsr.com. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram. Click below, subscribe, like, tell all your friends. Get supplies at cardsr.com. We have top loaders, penny sleeves, and graded card sleeves. So, guys, thank you very much for watching. Until we see you next time, keep on collecting.